Good day to everyone. I'm Vala, and today we're having a look at shocking entertainment. In my video Electrify Me, I showed some of the so-called medical devices created in the late 1800s that delivered electrical current to the body. This video is about how electricity was used for entertainment in the 18th and 19th centuries. Electrifying your body was a big thing. I'm not going into the details of how electricity was first discovered and used scientifically, thank goodness you say, but I've linked to a channel below called Kathy Loves Physics and History. Her demonstrations are entertaining, fascinating, and she makes complex science easy to understand. These games were invented in the 1740s, specifically to show electricity's effect on the body. Electricity became the life of the party. Let's think back to our early 20s, 30s, 40s, and imagine we're at a party in the 1700s, the libertine era. We're young enough to be intrigued by the idea of having more fun than musical chairs, which was also popular. 1740, the kissing game, also known in Europe and colonial America as Venus Electrificata, or the Electrifying Venus, the game of the century. Our entertainment is supplied by an older, respectable-looking gentleman who sets up a box or stool low enough for a young woman to stand on, and some equipment nearby. The equipment is a hand-cranked electrical generator. The stool is placed near the generator. It's coated with wax or pitch. The young woman steps onto the stool. The gentleman begins to turn the crank, and within minutes, the Venus, the young woman, is electrified with static electricity by proximity to the generator. She does not actually feel anything because she is standing on a non-conductive surface. Then the fun begins. There were always young men who were so self-confident they would line up for the chance to steal a kiss. Within inches of her lips, the electrical energy in the young woman would repel the young man, and he would get a darn good electric shock. A poem of the time, penned by the game's inventor, Dr. Bose, describes the pain a young fellow went through when he persisted on trying for the kiss. Dr. Bose uses the word temerity, meaning excessive confidence, boldness, audacity. Once only, what temerity! I kissed Venus standing on pitch. It pained me to the quick. My lips trembled, my mouth quivered, my teeth almost broke. Maybe that's where the expression blubbering fool originated. The rest of the partygoers enjoyed attempting to just touch the Venus Electrificata and get the same result, but it wasn't as intense. The experiment of the pulse, self-explanatory. With electricity produced by a generator or Leyden jar and you holding a metal rod, electric current runs through your body, quickening your heart and thus your pulse, while delivering a delicious tingle. Another party, another entertainment, the beatification game. Here, a chair is set up like a throne. Suspended above is a metal circlet like a crown. With the subject seated below, the metal crown is electrified. The subject experiences the tingle of electrical current, and it produces what looks to be a halo around the head of the person in the chair. The flying boy. A boy is suspended, electrified, and demonstrates how he can cause paper or hair to move without touching them. Static electricity. The circuit experiment. A group game. In the early version, a group of people arranged themselves around a Leyden jar, a device that stores electricity. They joined hands. Then, using one person on each end of the group, One touched the inside and one the outside coatings of the Leyden jar. The electrical discharge from the Leyden jar ran through the chain of participants. What fun! In a similar experiment, Dr. Anton Mesmer, famous later for his theory of animal magnetism, performed the experiment with a construction he called a baquet. His baquet was a large oak container filled with magnetized water and fitted with a lid, with holes for a number of Y-shaped metal rods. The baquet was placed under a table. The Y-shaped metal rods protruded from the baquet through the tabletop. Each person was initially connected to the next by joining their little fingers of one hand while holding one of the metal rods in the other. Obviously, each rod had two connections and affected two people. The effects looked like this. This was a group therapy session. There are more games, but it was the discovery that electricity could be used in medical treatments for various disorders that led to this type of entertainment. It also led to the theory of animal magnetism that evolved into mesmerism and hypnotism. And with anything medical, along came quacks. I'll make a separate video on the bizarre and mostly useless electrical medical devices popular in the 1800s for therapy on the go and self-entertainment. Electricity at your fingertips, so to speak. If you've enjoyed this peek into electrical amusements, please let me know by giving a like, comment, and subscribe for more weird history and odd news. Thank you.